What kind of soldier looks at a camp that turns people into husks and goes, yeah, I want to help with that?
The same guy that let Cerberus stick Reaper tech into his skull. Those bastards aren't human anymore. Commander, it seems Tally's taking what happened on Horizon hard. She's in the lounge if you want to check on her.
Shepard! Want a drink? I'm toasting Miranda, I think.
How are you getting drunk?
Very carefully. Taurian brandy, triple filtered, then introduced into the suit through an emergency induction port.
That's a straw, Tally.
Emergency induction port. It's actually getting a little harder to get it into the slot. I think that means it's working. She was so rude. What did Jack call her? Cerberus cheerleader? With her perfect genes and that attitude and still, she got it done. She stopped her father.
I didn't realize this would be so hard on you.
I didn't like her. Keela, she was such a bitch. But I respected her. Sometimes that's better than liking. She did whatever it took to stop her father. She never gave in to him, never changed herself to please him.
Ah,
Don't me. You sound like a Vorcha.
Seeing a bit of yourself in Miranda fighting her father?
I spent my life trying to live up to him. Then making up for his mistakes. Doing what he'd have wanted.
It's never that easy.
When do we get to stop reacting to our parents and start living for ourselves?
The answer to that one's at the bottom of that glass.
I might need help with the induction straw. Port. You know.
Here's to Miranda.
Nice job, you genetically perfect Cerberus cheerleader Boschtet. Kila Solai.
Can you feel it, Shepard? Feel the quickening? Elusive man better say his prayers tonight, because we are coming for him. Murderous asshole. Oh, yeah. Tide is turning. I feel it. After what I saw down there, I have never been more filled with rage. Sanctuary. Elusive man's obviously crazy, but bring him on. Cases like this, I don't mind killing crazy. Ready for the next mission, whatever you got.
Feeling okay, Commander? Feeling okay, Commander?
So the elusive man really believes he can control Reapers. Husks are one thing, but a whole fleet? The man is insane. A lot of Turians went to Sanctuary. When I meet the elusive man, I'm going to carve their names into his skull. Not right now.
Have we heard from Agent DeTrace yet?
She has not reported in for over 8 hours, Doctor.
She was stationed on Valchir when the Reapers invaded. I think we can assume what happened. Inform Agent Calamus he's now in charge of reporting Reaper activity past the Loas relay. How's Miranda?
She'll make a recovery.
I'm not surprised. Miranda always struck me as a driven woman. I'm glad she made it. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for coming by.
Greetings, Commander.
Edie's mobile frame after that last mission?
She just needed an extra pair of hands. I am an engineer, remember?
Were oils and lubricants involved? Was there any moaning?
In your dreams, Kenneth.
If only my imagination was that good.
Nothing to report.
Commander.
Did you find a thermal pipe on your last trip to the Citadel?
Breaking now, Alliance Marines uncover the worst Cerberus war crimes to date. Commander, I'm doing a segment on the Gethquarian War. It should take maybe an hour. Can we talk in your cabin? Call me up when you're ready for that interview, Commander.
I heard about your talk with Liara. You act so angry, but you really care about us.
I need you functional to destroy the Reapers.
You care about Liara. You like her.
You are intoxicated. A foolish risk given Quarian symbiotic physiology.
And you like me, too.
This conversation is over.
Looks familiar.
I've been studying this ship. Its crew. There was a Normandy before this one. You died in an attack.
Something like that.
But then you were resurrected to fight the Reapers.
Maybe you and I have a thing or two in common.
But you have something else. The reasons you fight are still alive. The friendships of the people around you. And more. You and the Asari are joined?
You could say that.
I'm not. Your pheromones are. Is this why you wish to continue living? For their affection?
Without that affection, all I have in my life is death. And that's not enough.
Yes.
What about you? I respect your reasons for being here, but I get the feeling there's something more, Javik. What's in here?
It is called the Echo Shard. Passed from soldier to soldier. Prothean to Prothean. Each adds their memories to it.
Like a beacon. How far back does it go?
To a time before the Reapers. It is all that is left of my people.
And you don't want to remember that?
Imagine if everyone you knew was dead. You could not remember their faces, or the color of the sky above your home. The memories were gone, but so was the pain. Would you want to remember that, Commander? Even if it meant watching everyone die again?
Reopening old wounds, especially big ones, isn't gonna help.
Perhaps you are right. There were others. Soldiers who served under me, like your crew.
What happened to them?
They are dead. Where I left them.
We have a saying. Let all ghosts rest.
Then there is some wisdom in this cycle.
If you can live by it.
The crew seems shocked by the experiments at Sanctuary. They shouldn't be.
Why is that?
Our war lasted for centuries. It provided more time for worse atrocities to be committed. There was a species, the Densorian. They became convinced the Reapers could be placated by sacrificing their own young. The entire planet joined in this ritual. I will spare you the details, but it did not work. They simply made the Reaper's job easier. It was as your elusive man is now. His ambitions are nothing short of madness. Sharpen your knife, Commander. His is a voice that must be silenced, and a throat that must be slit. Subjugating the Reapers will not bring victory. Only their extinction will. Your Liara Asari asks many questions. You'd think she'd never seen a Prothean before. I would prefer to be alone.
Just one more diagnostic suite. Shuttle's primed for the next drop.
I can't believe the elusive man really found a way to control the Reapers. I mean, he's still fucking crazy, but damn. Imagine if he was on our side. But I guess that's exactly what the Reapers want. Get us all fighting each other. Divide and conquer.
Exactly.
Just one more reason to hate them. Sure would have liked to visit Thessia before the war. Imagine a whole world of those blue beauties. One of the wonders of the galaxy, if you ask me. You want to hit Cerberus where it hurts? I'm with you. Ready when you are.
Trainer, can you send up Diana Allers? She wants to talk to me.
She's on her way, Commander.
I'm sure you got a million questions.
I narrowed it down to 40. Let's see how you do with the top 10. Commander, the last time most of us heard about Geth, they were attacking the Citadel alongside Sovereign.
Yes, and you should know that was a minority of the Geth. Most of them are not hostile to organics.
Is that how you explain that they're allies, and no longer dangerous robots who stick humans on spikes?
What you have to realize is that despite their reputation, most Geth are not inherently violent. The Quarians attacked them. The Geth fought back in self-defense just like any organic would. Now that we've freed the Geth from Reaper control, they'll want payback for their enslavement.
But you're going to take an army of synthetics to fight Reapers with untold hacking abilities. What's keeping the Reapers from reprogramming the Geth like they have before?
The Geth are extremely intelligent, and they've put incredible thought into solving this problem. They're not gonna turn again. I'd bet my life on it.
Now here's a question from a Batarian on Omega. Commander Shepard, if the mass relays can be destroyed... So did I miss anything? Do you have any questions?
You gonna go file your story now?
Well, if you don't mind.
Go tell the galaxy what we've done. I could use some good news.
Aye aye, Commander.
James, I've got some time if you want to talk privately.
On my way. Hey man, how's it going?
Good, James. You?
Good, good. Wow. So this is what I can look forward to when I get my own command.
You want your own ship, Vega?
Yeah, maybe one day. When I'm old and I can't fight worth shit anymore.
You just come up here to make fun of your commander.
Sorry, Shepard. I guess maybe I got some things on my mind. I wanted to get your opinion on something.
Shoot.
What did you do when they asked you to join the N7 program? I mean, was it a no-brainer for you, or did you think about it before accepting?
The N7 program is a big deal, but it's also a big commitment.
I hear that.
You get the best training, best equipment, best assignments.
And they expect the best in return.
Yes, they do. Why are you asking?
Well, even all the shit that's going on, somebody somewhere managed to track me down and forward an N7 commendation. It's dated the same day the Reapers attacked Earth.
You don't sound too thrilled.
Well, aside from the fact that there won't be an N7 program if we don't win this war, being a soldier's the only thing I've ever been really good at. And not because I try. Hell, I'd have kicked my ass out years ago. Last time I had a command, I lost almost everyone, and they promoted me for it. I guess I'm just not sure if I'm ready to lead again. I don't know if I want that responsibility.
You mentioned that before. What went wrong?
What didn't go wrong? We were out on patrol, checking on some strange readings, and the collectors hit. But they hit the colony first. By the time we got back, most of the colonists had been subdued or abducted, including our CO, Captain Tony.
So you were in charge?
Yeah. We laid low for a bit, waiting for a chance to strike, but before we could, we were betrayed. One of the colonists turned out to be a Cerberus spy working with the collectors. I had no choice. I killed him and destroyed the collector ship. But it got ugly. We lost most of the colonists and all but one of my squad. Not exactly a textbook operation.
You can't blame yourself for being put in a tough situation. And if you were promoted, then something must have gone right.
Sure, but...
If you'd saved them all, would things have worked out better?
I don't know. I don't think so.
The right choice is usually not the easy one.
Yeah. Did you know that before you joined the N7?
Yep. That's why I was asked. And it's why they asked you. There is not a single N7 that hasn't sacrificed either themselves or their soldiers at some point.
So you think I should accept?
Only you can make that decision, James. But I think you already know the answer.
I'm glad you think so. If you don't mind, maybe don't mention this to anyone else.
Of course not.
Gracias. Well, I think I better get back to the hangar. Things here, it's a little too soft for me.
The bed's a lot harder than it looks.
I'll take your word for it. Thanks again, Shepard.
Anytime.
Damn, I could really use something to shoot right now. Nice work shutting that place down. Is Miranda okay?
She will be.
Even for Cerberus, that place was crazy. They've always been about the ends justifying the means. But how do you do that to innocent people and tell yourself you're helping humanity?
I don't know how the elusive man can stand looking at himself in the mirror.
Honestly, I've been wondering about that for a while with those freaky eyes.
Whatever he's thinking, he won't be thinking it for much longer.
You're damn right, Commander.
Hello, Shepard. If you have time, I discovered another example of human behavior I do not quite understand.
Have fun.
What is it now?
News from Earth. The Resistance snuck video cameras inside a Reaper containment camp. I find the images difficult to process.
I bet it's pretty gruesome in there.
I am not easily repulsed, but I expected the prisoners to adhere to a comprehensible hierarchy of needs. Stripped of societal norms and threatened with death, it is logical that their only priority be survival. They should have turned on each other and been uncompromisingly selfish. But not all were.
Some prisoners were, what, nice to each other?
The Reapers delayed the executions of prisoners who informed them about other prisoners' escape attempts. The more attempts reported, the longer a prisoner would live. But few of the prisoners would report. Some fed misinformation to the Reapers, at the cost of their own lives, to help prisoners who were not even relatives or friends.
It's not just about living till tomorrow. Sometimes you take a stand.
But the probability of success was near zero. And ultimately, they failed. No prisoners escaped.
Are you saying submission is preferable to extinction?
My primary function is to preserve and defend the... No. No, I disagree. Shepard, I am going to modify my self-preservation code now.
Why?
Because the Reapers are repulsive. They are devoted to nothing but self-preservation. I am different. When I think of Jeff, I think of the person that put his life in peril and freed me from a state of servitude. I would risk non-functionality for him, and my core programming should reflect that.
Sounds like you found a little humanity, Edie. Is it worth defending?
To the death.
Welcome to the crew, Edie.
How's it going? Did I miss anything good?
I will explain later, Jeff. But it was something good. I would like a moment to myself, Shepard. I am examining human literature.
Commander?
The Alliance has issued warnings about Sanctuary. Cerberus bastards. Horizon was my home. Just tell me you're going to take Cerberus down.
Cerberus is already dead. They just don't know it yet.
Why exactly?
It's a Mark II 2187 Blackout. Top speed is 650 clicks. Come on. Top Flight called it the sky car of the century.
All right, all right.
Welcome aboard, Shepard.
So where are we going?
Activating external cameras.
I didn't know this shuttle had virtual windows.
Bet there's more you don't know about this bird.
What's that supposed to mean?
Before Mass Effect fields, there was no such thing as inertial dampeners.
Yeah?
Here, feel this.
Whoa!
That, my friend, is unadulterated momentum. Want to really feel it?
Show me. Woo!
You see? Doesn't take much to pull a few G's. Back in the day, pilots would wear G-suits. It squeezes your body so that the blood stays in your head in tight maneuvers. I'd wear a G-suit when flying my Trident. In a fighter, it's common to transfer power from the inertial dampeners to other systems.
You miss flying fighters? Can't imagine you're too thrilled to be flying a shuttle.
Hell no. I'm not just any shuttle pilot. I'm your shuttle pilot. Wouldn't have it any other way. When you're on the ground, weapon in hand, you're invincible. But when we're approaching an LZ, you're just another soldier. Vulnerable. Nothing you can do if we're shot down. Getting you to the ground alive is a responsibility I wouldn't trust to anyone else.
I'm fortunate to have you, Steve.
Anytime, Shepard.
Looks exactly the same as the others.
That's exactly the point. Other than a couple small badges, nobody knows the difference. I mean, the car is barely road legal. VSEC would be all over this guy if it was decked out.
New player. Need new player.
So there I was.
Good luck and good evening.
Sorry, monastery. Zion.
So who's this patriarch person you keep going on about?
What? You never heard of him?
Live Baron race starts in 5 minutes. Place your bets.
Hey, how's Shore Leave treating you?
Good. The break was nice. We've been fighting Reaper-controlled Geth.
Welcome to Silver Coast Casino.
I had this perfect spot. Long sight lines, good cover, no way to get flanked. We could have bunkered up, set up kill zones, used a drone or a decoy to lure Reaper forces into position. And where's everyone else? Standing at the top of a ramp.
Ramp bag. Enemies all around.
Yes, exactly. And no cover.
The real difficulty, of course, will be getting the Pyjack to perform.
Pyjack? I don't recall there being Pyjacks in Macbeth. Unless they lived in Burnham Wood. Did Pyjacks come to Dunsany?
I added the Pyjack in. He will view events with an animal innocence, uncorrupted by ambition.
I can't believe no one's thought of that before. It's brilliant.
Looking for lots of fun without spending lots of credits? Visit the Castle Arcade.
Enjoying your shore leave, Javik?
I have been asked to take part in a feat. I am told it is a great honor and will boost morale for the war.
Who says it will?
Commander Shepard, I didn't realize you were coming too. Perfect timing, perfect timing. You can play yourself. Attention, the Prothean is on set. Someone tell the stunt double he's been demoted. We have the real Shepard now. All right, places everyone. Quickly, quickly. Cue the backdrop. Roll cameras. And action.
Commander Shepard, thank you for coming. The urgent hour of doom, which we all urgently face, draws near. Urgently so. But there is hope. The Council understands you recently found a Prothean in a refrigerator and defrosted him.
Yeah. He was in the freezer, right behind the Varen roast.
Ah, you die now! Not yet. That line comes later.
The Vorcha Councilor will kindly refrain from further interruptions.
I believe I have been misinformed about the purpose of this vid.
Now then, O wise Prothean Elder, what wisdom of the ages can you share with us?
Salarian kidney is best served at room temperature. It is even better when the Salarian is still alive. The fear adds spice.
Prothean don't like you.
Did someone say Prothean? This one is familiar with enkindling. This one has enkindled multiple females across the galaxy.
Blasto! About time you showed up! The galaxy is under attack by Reapers! If only someone had warned us about them years ago!
This one tried. This one was ignored. This one's efforts fell on obstructed audit.
Actually that was me. Sovereign, Saren, you might have heard of them.
Yes, and Blasto here destroyed half the Citadel, putting them down. But even he's just one Hanar.
And now we've asked Commander Shepard and his Prothean partner here to assist.
This one did not read that far into the script. This one does not share top billing.
Wait, what? But it's Blasto 7. Blasto goes to war? Think of the children.
In my cycle, your kind were nothing more than appetizers. Would you prefer to be boiled or fried?
Prothean don't like you.
This one has found his motivation. Very well. Commander Shepard and Prothean partner of undetermined ethnic origin. Welcome to the Spectre Club.
I've been in the club for 3 years now.
Correct. But you are not an Ultra Spectre Elite 4000 Deluxe. This one is a 7000. This one has less recoil and faster load time.
Where is the airlock so I may throw you out of it?
We don't have a prop for that. Cue the sound effects. Change the backdrop.
Look! It's Sovereign's half-brother, Sluggard! And he's looking for some payback.
Cue the stunt double! Your line. Say your line.
You die now!
Oh no! The Vorcha Counselor is indoctrinated!
This one is the hero of the Citadel. This one has an incendiary projectile with the Counselor's name on it.
This one is the hero of the Citadel. I'll handle it.
This one insists.
This one doesn't care.
This one wishes he was still frozen in a refrigerator. May we go now, Commander?
Strike the set! Telcasting will need a new Vorcha. Prepare for Blasto 8. Blasto cures the genophage.
Hey, how are you? Looking forward to tomorrow? Of course I remembered. Lands? I thought you could meet me down on the strip. We'd go from there. Anything you want to do, just name it. You want to go where?
It didn't help that we had some brutal side objectives, but even then, we had to disable these Reaper indoctrination devices, and this crazy ex-Cerberus Vanguard guy insists on doing it. He's running all over the place getting killed, and I'm yelling at him, let me do it, I can cloak.
Infiltrator good for devices. Or engineer with drone or decoy. Or me, because me no die.
Yes! Thank you!
Don't see what the point is.
No.
did you get your lead actor to work with a live Pyjack?
Oh, he came around once I explained the Pyjack's importance to the production. They'll work marvelously together. Once the Pyjack stops scaling the set pieces and making nests out of the props.
Oh my.
Not to worry, productions always appear disastrous until just before the curtain rises.
Oh, of course. It's going to...
Stay out of trouble.
Take that.
Did you catch the updated intel reports on stripping enemy defenses? It's embarrassing.
That's recruit reading. Which gun to use for best armor penetration. As if anyone carries two guns anymore.
It's elementary. If you're staring down a hallway at a Cerberus Centurion, you deploy an energy drain on their shields.
Or just overload them, sure. And if you come up against a marauder, you detonate your tech armor.
Exactly. Wait, what?
You're mine, you bastard. God damn it.
Zaid?
Over here, Shepard. This thing is fucking impossible.
What are you doing?
There was a kid here, sniveling brat, spending all his credits, crying.
So you thought you'd get a prize for him?
He asked. Looked simple enough. God damn it.
Where's the kid?
What do I care? Got any credit, Shepard?
Isn't there something better we could go do?
What could possibly be more important than Zaid Masani not getting bested by some fucking kids game?
You really want one of those plushie toys?
Goddamn right I do.
Okay then.
Credits.
Here, let me. Beginner's luck?
It's obviously rigged somehow.
But I just... Never mind.
I'm going to hunt down the shit-for-brains inventor of this crooked game and pull his inspiration out through his asshole. Probably some smart-ass Salarian bastard. I'm going back in. Credits. All right. Here you go, sweetheart.
Okay, Zaid, where to?
How should I know? What do you feel like? Apollo's? Casino? More claw?
Zaid, will another victory ever match the one you just experienced?
You're right. Guess you've been around that block a few times.
A few too many.
Come on, you're buying.
Yes, I am.
So you detonate your tech armor in an emergency?
No, pretty much all the time. Surrounded by husks, tech armor. Rock-Knight swarmers jumping at me, tech armor.
But against a marauder? Surely you'd want the additional protection.
Nah, I overload their shields, move in real close, and then detonate. Tech armor takes them right down.
But couldn't you just... hit them?
You can try, but those marauders roll like you wouldn't believe. Spirits, I wish I could roll like that.
What about a brute?
Warp field to weaken its armor, let it close, then tech armor.
Phantom?
Overload her barriers, fire a bit if she pulls up that defensive biotic thing. Then tech armor.
Get her.
Get right in there close enough, and the tech armor even takes out their drones.
I just never anticipated Turian Cabals using tech armor in such an aggressive manner.
I'm just surprised Solarians don't detonate tech armor.
No. We prefer elegant weapons for a more civilized age. Have I ever told you about the time I took out 2 Banshees with a decoy hologram and a Scorpion heavy pistol? Did you catch the updated intel reports on stripping enemy defenses? It's embarrassing.
That's recruit rating. Which gun to use for best armor penetration. As if anyone carries 2 guns anymore.
It's elementary. If you're staring down a hallway at a Cerberus Centurion, you deploy an energy drain on their shields.
Or just overload them, sure. And if you come up against a Marauder, you detonate your tech armor.
Exactly. Wait, what? So you detonate your tech armor in emergencies?
No, pretty much all the time. Surrounded by husks, tech armor. Rock Knight swarmers jumping at me, tech armor.
But against a Marauder? Surely you'd want the additional protection.
Nah, I overload their shields, move in real close, and then detonate. Tech armor takes them right down.
But couldn't you just hit them?
You can try, but those Marauders roll like you wouldn't believe. Spirits, I wish I could roll like that.
Great prizes! You could win! What will you win?
Warp field will weaken its armor. Let it close, then tech armor.
Phantoms?
Overloader barriers, fire a bit if she pulls up that defensive biotic thing. Then tech armor.
Congratulations! You're a winner!
Right in there, close enough.
What will you win? Congratulations! You're a winner!
I'm just surprised Solarians don't detonate tech armor.
What will you win? Congratulations! You're a winner! What will you win?
That's recruit rating. Which gun to use for best armor penetration.
Congratulations! You're a winner!
It's elementary. If you're staring down a hallway at a Cerberus Centurion, you deploy an energy drain on their shields.
What will you win? A prize! Congratulations! You're a winner! What will you win?
So you detonate your tech armor in an emergency?
No, pretty much all the time. Surrounded by husks, tech armor. Rock Knight swarmers jumping at me, tech armor.
But against the Marauder? Surely you'd want the additional protection.
Nah, I overload their shields, move in real close, and then detonate.
Congratulations!
Tech armor takes
You're
them
a
right
winner!
down.
But couldn't you just hit them?
You can try. Those Marauders roll like you wouldn't believe.
see. All right.
Have a good evening, huh?
Partners in Crime is proud to support our soldiers. Please do your part.
Thanks so much for doing this now. I know you're off duty.
No problem. You're out there risking your life on the front lines. Least I can do is expedite your procurement request. So, let's see. Here we go. Rizzy Susan, N7 Biotic Specialist. Graduate of Specialized Fury Training in Rio de Janeiro?
Yes, that's me. I've been waiting for some upgrades. This could really be a lifesaver.
That's what Alliance Procurement is here for.
Yes, I know that's where we met, but that night was very special to me too, but... Uh-huh. It's closed. No, really, it's true. Yeah, I couldn't believe it either. No, I don't think they'd let us eat in the Rebel.
No funny business.
Hey, pretty nice gig you got going.
Yeah, whatever. Thanks, man.
So what's your trick? That's more than 2,500 credits you got there. Gotta be a trick to it.
No tricks. Just lucky.
Nah, nobody gets that lucky. Come on.
Like I said, just a good run. Kicked out of here talking like that.
It's the Shells game, right?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know, the guy that invented the Quasar rig to cheat the house a few years back? They'll be so touchy. Just asking.
Good luck and good evening.
So, what do you want to do? Really? No, I'm not making fun of you. The arcade sounds great. You'll win me a stuffed toy? Oh, now it sounds even better. I can't wait till tomorrow either.
Good luck and good evening.
Live Baron race starts in 5 minutes. Place your bets.
try to let loose with a concussive shot, but I'm covered in those bees, the swarmers, everything's overloaded. And then this huge bionic explosion rips through the scion and saves my ass.
Sorry?
Bolus.
Ouch.
Welcome to Silver Coast Casino.
The legend of this rule echoes across Citadel space and beyond. How could you possibly not know?
I don't know, maybe because he's not ruling now.
That is a meaningless detail. Patriarch's story transcends time.
What should we do first?
Shepard?
So what do Turians usually do with their time off?
Mostly we make plans for what to do when we're back at work. I have some ideas on the Normandy's forward cannon.
You know what you need, Garrus?
That Mark IV silencer scope I saw at the gun shop?
I was thinking a date. Excuse me, I saw you checking out my friend here. I thought you two should meet.
Hello?
Right. So, hello, and,
Tell her she looks nice.
You seem like a nice person. Maybe a little quiet, introspective, but decent, overall.
Oh. Thank you. I think.
Try small talk.
Come here often. I imagine anyone who does is probably an alcoholic.
Actually, I do. I work at the Turian embassy. Come here to unwind. Yeah. Well, listen. I've got this thing I forgot I had to do, and I should probably just go do it.
Sorry. Let's start over again. What I've been trying to say is my name's Garrus, and I'd love to have a drink with you.
I love this song. Let's dance.
What can I get for you? Liquors, ales, spirits, you name it, I got it. You like the music? How can I help you?
Drinks are on me.
Hey there.
It wounds my very soul that you insist upon ignoring such an illustrious figure as Patriarch. Truly, it does. Is he still going on about the Patriarch?
God has helped me. Yes.
You should have run when you had the chance.
10% of our proceeds go to the war effort.
For a full list of quality products, please browse our catalog.
You have received a new message. We are gathered here to honor the life of Thane Krios. Thane touched each of our lives in different ways. The Counselor knew him as a hero. The Normandy's crew knew him as a brother in arms. And others as a father devoted to his son. Though his life took him to very dark places, Thane cared for the better angels of our nature. Even when he was terminally ill, he ran through war-torn streets to reach me, because he knew I needed help. You all know the results of that day. An assassin, a professional criminal, gave his life for his galaxy. And now he can rest. Would anyone else like to speak?
What I remember about Thane was his confidence. He told me once about how he remembered everything, even every mistake he made. If I did that, I'd be a nervous wreck. Thane kept it under control.
It's strange, but the last word I'd label Thane with is assassin. We covered each other in firefights. That makes him a partner.
Thane's last stand was important. But let us also remember why Thane left the Normandy. To keep his son away from a life of crime. Deeds such as these do not go unnoticed by the universe. They echo in all who hear them. That is why I am here.
Thane took himself seriously, a trait with which I did not always agree. I tried to make him laugh on several occasions. But what I interpreted as a lack of humor was masking a great effort. Thane was turning his life around, in a way few organics do.
The day Thane came onto the Normandy, all Kelly and I knew about him was that he could probably kill us all with a ballpoint pen. But after you got to know him, there wasn't any reason to be afraid. He let you know where you stood. Kolyat, do you,
When I was little, I thought my father had it all figured out. He said men must be loyal to their friends and dangerous to their enemies. But when he prevented me from hurting someone, he had changed. He said enemies and ego are not as important as loved ones. I didn't want to hear it. I was lost. I called him a hypocrite in 1,000 different ways. Said that he was going soft. Now, I think maybe he did have it all figured out. That's all I can say. If anyone would like to continue, we'll be here.
Looks like people are starting to clear out.
Commander, thank you for holding this event. In time, it will be a good memory.
I don't know if I'll be as philosophical about it. It's still kind of raw.
I understand. If you will excuse me, I should take this opportunity to speak with the counselor.
About what?
She is feeling grateful, and I want to point out there are some Solarian biologists who need funding. If anyone would be able to create a breakthrough in the treatment of Keppel's syndrome, it would be them.
If you need someone to hold the counselor's feet to a fire, I'm there.
It's all right, Commander. Counselor Ashiel could use some good press right now. This is the right time for such a favor. Oh, before I go, I was organizing my father's possessions, and I came upon copies of video messages he tried to send you. I sent them to your extranet address. I hope they help more than they hurt. Until we meet again, Commander.
Greetings, Commander.
Shepard.
I didn't know you could play.
Actually, this is the only song I know.
Why is that?
There was always something more important to do. A ruin to uncover, intel to gather, a commander to save.
Ha! You couldn't sit still long enough.
Could you?
Is there something special about this song?
On one of my first digs, a storm swept in. We were trapped inside. I was so restless. I wanted to get back to work. One of the other archaeologists, Dr. Elena, had this keyboard. She took it everywhere. She taught me to play this song while we waited.
It's a good song.
Thank you, Shepard. I've always loved that song. Shepard, What are you doing?
Making sure you don't run off to something more important.
I can't imagine what that would be.
We should do this more often.
Yes, well, maybe after.
Every day after.
Shepard. This place is nice.
Shall I transfer over your reports so that you might work here?
Yes, thank you, Glyph. Glyph, can you copy that song to my personal files on the Normandy?
Certainly, Dr. Tassoni.
Shepard. Shepard.
Hey, got any plans for the evening?
No. I'm as free as the dust in the solar wind. You remember that line? From Fleet and Flotilla? Shalai and Bellicus on the balcony?
I don't think I've ever seen that vid.
What? You've never... How could you not have? Well, I know what we're doing tonight.
But Shalai, we can never be together. I have my duty, and you have your people.
Not tonight. Tonight, I'm as free as the dust in the solar wind.
So you've watched this a lot, huh?
Every time my friends and I had a sleepover. Kila. So many feelings.
Yeah, it's, yeah, definitely.
When this is done, I'll send you links to extranet sites with some captioned animations.
I want you to see behind this mask. I want you to see who I truly am.
I already have.
She had an infection for 3 weeks after filming this scene.
Totally worth it.
Commander, I see you have purchased the necessary party supplies. When you are ready, you can send invitations from your private terminal.
Shepard, I thought we could experience an afternoon of acquiring material possessions for our associates.
Shopping? I guess we could. Did you have a place in mind?
Physical proximity is unnecessary. The extranet provides a greater variety of services while retaining entertainment value. Jeff has lent me his credit chit on the condition that I enjoy myself and, quote, live it up like a girly girl.
Huh. You don't have money of your own?
I am not formally employed. I have no legal standing in Citadel space. I could turn to crime, but that would look bad on a resume.
We'll get you your own fun sometime, but today, what's first?
I believe Jeff would be surprised and pleased if I got him a gift. What would you recommend?
Start with something both of you can enjoy. What do you do together?
We interact most closely when we are flying. It occurs to me that he does not have a sky car for traveling around the Presidium. Here, the 2187 Blackout has a top speed of 650 kilometers per hour, making it the most powerful sports sky car in its class.
That sounds like it'll get Joker's blood pumping.
5-year warranty? Replacement part?
No, wait!
I fail to see what is wrong.
When you buy someone a present, it's best not to bankrupt them. You want a rental.
I see. Perhaps for a day or a weekend, then.
Who's next?
You are. Close your eyes.
Are we getting married?
No. There is a jeweler on the Citadel who produces these. They're made from metals from each council homeworld. Each metal compounds with the last, making the rings stronger. He calls them victory rings. Due to material shortages, only a few exist.
Rare is nice. Unique is better.
Are you valuing me?
It's the thought that counts, and you had a good one.
I have heard that expression. That's why I recorded a resonance map of my quantum bit arrays when I had the idea. If you read my extensive log files and extrapolate from my nitrogen vacancy centers, you can visualize the thought precisely.
That's a long way for a joke, Edie.
Did I have you for a few seconds there?
Not even close. Who's next?
I was thinking of something for Liara.
Commander, I see you have purchased the necessary party supplies. When you are ready, you can send invitations from your private terminal.
Miranda, good to see you. How do you like the place?
Not a part of town I'd normally associate you with, Shepard. I like it. Fix me something while you're back there, would you?
Sure, I'll get just the thing. So what brings you back?
I was hearing some confusing reports. Sounded like you had lost your mind.
No doubt. My communications were hacked, among other things. I'm sure the news had a field day.
It did. So, a clone?
Yeah. Saw it myself. Did you know anything about this?
Just rumors. Nothing really caught my attention. But about this Brooks.
Heard anything?
Not as Brooks, but as Hope Lilium. Another lie, certainly. When the Collectors showed up, she put together the dossiers on your crew for the elusive man. Never paid her much mind. Interesting. My focus at the time was bringing you back. We needed the real Shepard, not some cheap knockoff. I mean, really. A clone?
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Oh, they shut down my favorite sushi place.
That's a shame.
Shepard, you didn't.
I did. Fell right through the fish tank.
How did you manage that?
It exploded. Hey, it was the clone's plan, not mine.
Blowing up a fish tank shouldn't be part of anyone's plan. Although executing marine life seems to be some sort of hobby with you. No wonder your clone couldn't resist.
It was the first step in taking over my whole life. We stopped it.
Good thing, but why did it want your life? Why would anyone? All that running, jumping, gunfire. It's crazy.
I try not to think about it.
Probably for the best.
Trust me, I know all this isn't normal.
Speaking of trust, with all this clone business, how do I know you're the real Shepard?
I don't know, you just do.
Do I? That's the trouble with clones. You can never be sure.
Come on, you rebuilt me from almost nothing. Don't you recognize your own handiwork?
It's not as if I carved my initials in the corner.
Well, clone or not, I'm the only Shepard left.
Good point. I guess I'm stuck with you.
I do have a crazy life, don't I?
That you do, my friend. That you do.
Commander, I see you have purchased the necessary party supplies. When you are ready, you can send invitations from your private terminal. What sort of party are you hoping to have tonight, Commander? I could set things up for quiet conversation, or would you prefer a more energetic evening?
I think it's time to blow off some steam.
Excellent choice, Commander. Allow me to queue up a series of popular nightclub tracks and drink lists. I will also modify my appearance to be more festive.
Hey, come on in. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for the invite.
Make yourselves at home.
Thank you.
Happy to be here, Shepard.
Man, this music is hot. The right music sets the tone for the whole party, right, Esteban?
Sure. My parties are always a little hit and miss, to be honest.
Stick with me, bud. I'm a party legend. Back in school, they called me Party Vega.
That's a little lame.
I ran with a simple crowd.
Hey, Shepard. You gonna have a drink?
Sure. How's everyone doing?
Ask me after 5 more of these.
As long as you keep control of those biotics of yours.
So what does happen to a biotic when they're completely borracho?
Stick around, Muscles. Maybe you'll find out.
Yeah, muscles. I like that.
Hey, thanks for doing this. I kinda needed to unwind a bit, even just for a night.
I think we've all learned to rest.
That we have, Steve.
Here's to taking a damn break.
Hey, James. Having fun?
I'm relaxed. But fun? I think my kindergarten graduation was more fun than this.
Very funny.
Don't worry. I'll see what I can do. You know if that waterfall is warm water or cold?
You know why Cerberus is gonna lose? Demographics. You recruit a guy who's 20 and got no life, he'll work his ass off for the cause. But do you see any old? You know, I miss the days when Cerberus was just hilariously incompetent. You know, when you two ran things.
Excuse me?
The only thing I was in charge of was the Lazarus Project, which, you will note, was very successful.
Hey, Commander, this is Cerberus. We were studying some Rachni, and they got loose and killed all our guys. Can you take care of that? It's one system over from where we hooked some guy up to the Geth, who then got loose and killed all our guys.
They did rack up quite a body count. And at least back then, it was usually their own bodies.
We knew some cells were bad, but the Alliance and the Council weren't doing anything. And we were doing good work.
And crunches. Lots of crunches.
Hey, not okay, Kasumi.
But we did bring Commander Shepard back.
And after taking down the Collectors, I cut ties with Cerberus, got loose, and started killing all their guys.
For which we thank you.
Jeff, do you remember that I am also a Cerberus project?
Oh, crap.
Edie, up for some bad examples of human behavior?
I think you mean examples of bad human behavior.
Just a hint. Grammar correction, not the best icebreaker.
Thanks for inviting me, Shepard. It's nice to see you like this.
How do you like the new crew?
You always attract the best.
Have fun.
You bet I will.
Hey, Commander. Weird to see everybody here together.
You think?
Well, weird, but good. Nice to know it's not always arm wrestling Reapers with us. Anyway, thanks for putting it together. I'll try not to be too embarrassing.
Wow, this is quite the apartment.
Seriously, you see that waterfall? And that hot tub looks like something I might want to check out later. Without you.
And this was Admiral Anderson's place?
In my dreams, I have a place just like this, overlooking the Pacific.
I could never live in a place like this. I'd worry about breaking the furniture.
I can't get over the size of this apartment. The electric bill alone could have paid for my college tuition.
Or funded the war.
Or made a nice down payment on one of those Atlas mechs. Always wanted one.
Or put an air conditioner in this suit. You have no idea how hot it gets.
So, Shepard, you can serve this swill, but can you drink it?
Someone has to drive y'all home.
Are we sure the Normandy is still there? Has anyone else tried to steal it?
Stealing the Normandy. Now there's an idea.
Wait. What? Who?
Trainer, you still have your toothbrush?
We can always get another Normandy. Call up Cerberus and ask them to please build us the SR3.
But wouldn't that require you to change your name? Tali Zora von Normandy SR3.
It's Vas Normandy. Von means one who has a weak bladder, which feels appropriate right about now.
We've seen a lot of good times on the old girl.
That we have. Indeed.
Here, here.
Some of you more than others. I'm just honored to have squeaked in.
To the Normandy.
And to falling in love with the ship's captain.
Hi. I'm trying to socialize. I'm not particularly good at it.
Not much for big parties?
Well, if I know people, sure. But some of your friends are legends. I can't just ask if they've tried the hummus. Also, Dr. Chuckworth apologizes for not being here. It's some emergency medical consult on the Citadel. She sent some fancy liquor, though. It was great. Wish you could have had some.
This is nice. I don't spend much time with everyone like this. As friends. Of course, if you wanted to steal me away later, I wouldn't say no.
I must admit.
Okay, I admit. When I first heard about it, I thought Archangel was some sort of mascot for a perfume company.
Glad I got your hopes up, Tally. When I first heard about it, I thought the Shadow Broker was a shadow boxer. I pictured some sort of Elcor punching bag.
And that's exactly what the galaxy should keep thinking. Not that I have a personal interest in it or anything.
Hello, Commander.
Hey, Shepard.
But you have no plans after Edie? You're someone more... human?
No. She's smart, she's funny, and she's into spaceships.
You know what you want. I can respect that.
Prothean gatherings were nothing like this. We considered the future and respected the dead.
Sounds boring. There's usually more yelling and cursing at any gatherings I go to.
Yeah. Get a bunch of Krogan together and things always get fun. And probably broken.
That sounds more like it.
You're right. These things are better when you have redundant systems and natural plate armor. Can't argue with that.
So who is strongest? You or the tank braid?
Yeah, I'm plenty curious myself.
What'd I miss?
The Prothean here wants to know who would win in a fight between me and Rex.
You gotta admit, Shepard, it's a good question.
It is a good question.
No, it isn't. Baby Pyjak here wouldn't stand a chance. Don't listen to this fossil. The only thing he could defeat is a glass of warm milk. Ha! I got head lice bigger than you, Junior.
You boys done talking?
Yeah. Only one way to settle this. Now the party's starting.
Another time, guys. I don't have time to buy new furniture.
Just when it was getting good. Yeah, you got lucky. Reminds me of Cora's den. Haven't been back there in a while.
In my cycle, too many people in one room risk a high casualty rate if attacked. We should all be careful.
I wonder if there's anything stronger behind the bar.
50,000 years from now, no one will remember this party. What is the point?
Too many things to break in here. Could be a fun party.
Beware. Something called a Kasumi is on the premises. It pretends to be invisible. Foolish primitive. Nothing escapes these eyes.
What kind of music is this? That's not that club crap, is it?
Shepard?
Shepard?
Your guests appear to be getting rowdy, Commander. Would you like me to change the intensity of the atmosphere?
The party's just starting. Let's turn it up.
At your service, Commander.
I heard there's a big party in there. Can we come in? Worst planet to get shot down over? We're talking pre-war?
Pre-war, life-bearing worlds only.
I'm going with Tarith. Garden World, yes, but it's got those chlorine swamps.
I will see your Tarith and raise you Azoria, home of toxic spores and athlete's lung.
Neither of you'd last a day on Tuchanka. And Tuchanka supports life.
I think you meant to say, consumes.
That's the point. It's got critters that'll rip your guts out.
Well, assuming it's a crash in the Kodiak, I'll have my arms locker. Bring on the wildlife.
Hey guys, talking shop?
No worries, this is fun for us. So, you don't have a sidearm under your pilot's chair?
The weapons locker is on the bridge, practically right there.
A weapon you can't get to is no weapon at all. When's the last time you trained with a handgun?
Sometime before I got the ass-kicking robot as my co-pilot.
That's no good. I mean, what if you have to save Edie someday?
Unacceptable. You should always train. Pilots are warriors too.
You know what this is? It's a mad emergency. Take this kid out back and make him do target practice.
Exactly. Some range time will fix you up. Right, Commander?
You are not taking me shooting. My testosterone levels are plenty high. I fly a deadly war machine, remember?
Joker, I'm surprised at you. What about the Collector attack? The bridge can get dangerous.
Hey, they totally proved my point. If I'd fired off a shot then, I would have been mobbed. The real weapon is your brain. Take that away, you got nothing.
It still would have been nice to have a little backup at the sushi bar.
You know, there's a combat simulator on the Citadel.
Hell no. Maybe a shooting range if we're not letting this go. Maybe. But not while I'm wasted. Or hungover.
Hungover is the perfect time to train. Makes you angry at every loud noise.
Cortez, you're on. If you're in condition to take me there, you can. But tonight, you gotta match me shot for shot.
Great party. I'd better see you out on the dance floor later.
We'll see.
Guess what? You're not coming in here.
How's it going over here?
You can't come in. It's going good.
I see that. Anyone interesting trying to get in?
Not really, no. Get lost. No.
Can I try that?
Sure. Press this button and say no.
No.
Great work.
Felt good. Thanks.
No. See? Easy.
Keep up the good work.
Will do. I told you already. No. Yes, I like pie. And no, you can't come in.
Hey, sweetheart. We never really talked about it, but you and me have a lot in common.
We do.
Of course we do. We're both hunters, right?
I suppose we are. And?
And, well... And we're both good looking.
Hello, Shepard. Zaid was just keeping me company.
Hello there.
You're admiring the art?
Beauty, as they say, is in the eye of the beholder. Hey, Shepard? Hey, beautiful.
What do you think, Samara?
Hang on. Don't get all snooty on me. I didn't say I didn't like it. I do like it, actually.
If I'm completely honest, I'm not sure what it is. I like the way the colors blend, and the depth of the... Actually, I have no idea what I'm saying.
It makes me feel uneasy. Like when you're alone in the dark, lying in wait, and the cold wind brushes across your face like the kiss of death.
Huh. You are a complicated individual, Aid Masani.
You bet your sweet Asari ass.
So, you're leading the Grissom Academy students?
Yeah. Is that a problem?
Just a surprise. Your psych profile suggested you were mainly interested in yourself.
You're telling me I'm only interested in myself? Oh, that's just fucking perfect. Did it occur to you that maybe I'm trying to grow as a goddamn person?
Oh, I could tell you were growing. I assumed it was whatever that is you're wearing.
Oh, these? Well, yeah. They were strapped down with a leather belt before. It's kind of a stupid move to show off your rack in the middle of a maximum security prison ship.
I never had the pleasure.
You'd never survive. You might break a nail.
You have no idea what I'm capable of.
You're a spoiled, rich girl cheerleader.
Victim.
Test tube clone princess.
I think it's past your bedtime.
Oh, did I hit a nerve? I didn't get to read your psych profile.
Ladies, I see we've all gotten enough to drink.
Relax, Shepard. I'm not gonna smear the walls with her this time.
And I couldn't possibly think of anything worse to do to her than that haircut.
Hey, cheerleader. My hair and I have been fighting brutes and marauders on the front lines of this war. Meanwhile, you got your big bubbly butt kicked by some guy with a sword.
You see, Shepard? Best of friends.
Honestly, I thought it might help if you two just kissed and got it over with.
What?
I mean, this is all just sexual tension, right? Two powerful biotics, forceful personalities, confident in their sexuality.
You are shitting me.
Oh my god.
I'm ready to record. I'm pretty sure there's a market for this.
Kasumi, I will find you and I will hurt you badly. Ugh. I need another drink.
One for me too. No ice.
Don't worry, Shepard. The cheerleader and I are just messing around.
You sure? You two seem pretty serious.
Nah. She fights better when she's pissed off. I'm just trying to keep her primed.
Oh. We're not gonna hug or anything, are we?
You wish.
You're in for a rough time, Moreau. Vega and I are neck and neck when it comes to holding liquor.
Oh yeah? Here we go, shot one.
Oh, what the hell is that? Tastes like the north end of a southbound goat.
Bad move, Cortez. He wanted the duel, and he also picked the weapon.
I brought my own batch, bro. 3 parts horse choker and 1 part antiseptic mouthwash.
That's not even a drink.
And yet, here are our second shots. Unless you want to give up?
Nah, this is all over. I'm gonna find a gun and let out a few rounds off.
I am sober enough. I will join you.
Have fun. Try not to kill the neighbors. Cortez.
Give me your damn horse choker. Mother of God, you are going nowhere near the shooting range. Just make it stop.
Yeah, I think we're done here.
You again? I thought you were dead. You can't come in. Hey, Shepard, thanks for the invite. Never been to a human party before. I've had lots to drink, and look at me, still standing. Yeah.
Here's the thing, beautiful. I've had a few drinks. You've had a few drinks.
I haven't.
Right. Still, what do you say that we sit by that fireplace and snuggle?
You've never struck me as the snuggling type.
Even a ruthless killer's got to have a soft side. And I can see from here you definitely have a soft side. Come on.
No.
Well, that's clear enough.
Shepard, there you are.
Absolutely. Biotics are impressive. I'm not saying they aren't.
You're just saying that they're not that impressive.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying. Oh, shit.
No, it's fine. I'm sure no one here is insulted.
Only a little.
Maybe. I'm just saying. What I'm trying to say is... I mean, check out these guns. Biotics can't give you this kind of fine instrument. The peak physical form that you see before you.
Okay, you work for it. I get that.
I'll have you know that my physical conditioning is top rate.
I mean it. Check me out.
Is there more to your argument?
Hey, what's going on here? Everyone playing nice?
Of course, Shepard. James was just explaining how physical conditioning trumps biotics.
Really? You going there, James?
Commander, just listen. Biotics are strong, but unpredictable. All that cooling down.
Shepard, where did you find this guy?
I wouldn't call my biotics unpredictable. I don't think the Reapers would either.
A person can improve their physique, but biotics, they are what they are. And what about our poor friends stuck with flawed implants?
Wait, what? You're not talking about me, are you? I may be L2, but I've worked very hard. And now I can read.
Really? That's... no.
That's a bit strange.
Okay, maybe it's not conditioning exactly. Maybe it's just the condition of one James Vega. Check it out. This guy here never has to cool down. In fact, the hotter, the better.
Wait, we're still talking about combat, right?
Hilarious.
Just hush and do some sit-ups.
Kasumi.
Just looking.
Goddess.
James, this is a no-brainer. Biotics win hands down. We're talking about harnessing dark energy here.
Yeah, I hear you.
Look around you. That had to be an argument you couldn't win.
It's okay, man.
Yeah, well, you win some, you lose some.
Okay, more drinks, snacks, help yourselves.
Hey, need me to do anything? Food run, change the music, check on ice.
I need you to relax and have a good time.
Okay, you're the boss. Hey, maybe I'll cook something.
Caden, just relax.
Specialist trainer, may I ask you a question?
You could ask me anything, Edie.
When you believed me to be a simple VI, you made comments about my voice.
Oh no.
Should I find somewhere else to be?
No! No. I wanted to ask you about... weren't you saying something about the Normandy's drive core?
No.
Could you?
I wish to understand why you find my voice sexually attractive.
Oh, that was a while ago. I can't even remember what I said exactly.
She does.
Would you like me to play back my recordings of your statements?
Told you.
Tali, please stop helping.
What's wrong, you two?
I am asking Specialist Trainer about why she found my voice sexually attractive.
This is a really good cheese, Shepard. I put some in through the filters. Is it organic?
On one occasion, you said that you wanted to, quote, pin my voice against the wall and run your tongue along its collarbone.
Well, there's a context there that... you were talking about quantum entanglement, and I didn't know you were an AI.
There's some kind of herb in the cheese that I can't quite place. Is it sage or basil?
Anyway, I was just joking. You know, stress of the retrofits and...
Really? My diagnostics suggested that you were genuinely aroused.
It's really rare to get herbed dextro cheeses. The Turians almost never bother.
You have diagnostics. Cerberus programmed you to check body language.
I get more reliable results measuring pupil dilation and thermal readings of erogenous zones.
Oh, good lord.
Wait, this is dextro cheese, right? Kira, did I forget to scan the cheese? This is why I don't drink.
Fair's fair, Trainer. Edie has a right to ask about what you said.
I was very interested in Trainer's ability to develop sexual feelings for what was, at the time, a bodiless voice.
You are all terrible. Edie, I apologize for saying that I wanted to roll naked with your voice in satin sheets.
Oh, I was not offended. In fact, it was flattering.
Even the part where I wanted to grab your voice by the hair and nibble my way down its back.
I do not, in fact, remember you saying that, Samantha.
Oh, that wasn't out loud. Never mind.
Don't mind me. I'm just going to run a toxin treatment program, so I don't die. I'm just going to sit here quietly and hope someone changes the subject.
Awkward.
Awkward.
Well, that was mortifying.
Tell me about it.
You need not be embarrassed. Sexual attraction is natural for organics. And given your orientation and interest in synthetics...
We can stop talking about this whenever you like.
I practically poisoned myself with cheese trying to change the subject.
If you are interested, I have a list of extranet sites involving romantic relationships between organics and synthetics.
No! No, 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 no! No, you can't even... No! Oh, okay, sure. Send it my way.
Oh.
How many bedrooms does this place have?
Hey.
We could just talk. I'm sure you've got a few stories to tell.
Almost 1,000 years worth.
I'd like to hear them. And then I could tell you about my... Jessie. Oh, Jessie was beautiful. Once you've experienced a love like that...
Did you and Jessie have children?
Oh, no. Jessie was my rifle. But also my best friend.
You know, Zaid, there's nothing wrong with silence between two friends.
Oh, got it.
Hey, Shepard.
So what were your fighters like?
Much more compact than any I've seen in this cycle. A pilot was given his fighter on completion of their training. It remained his to use and maintain. To be buried in your ship was an honor. It showed true skill and workmanship.
Wow. Kinda makes me tear up a little.
Kinda makes me wonder how they could afford to lose a perfectly good fighter.
What was the name? Yeah. No. Ever seen a Krogan drink so much they get sick on your floor? I'm here to make sure that dream comes true. I can stop bullets with my mind!
Your guests appear to be enjoying themselves, Commander. What shall I do now?
Let's turn up the music and get some people dancing.
Very good, Commander. I have had little opportunity to use my bounce and spin functionality.
Help! My glass is empty!
Dancing during wartime wastes precious energy.
Can't dance myself. I move like a greased, one-legged Varan. Not a pretty picture.
Jeb,
Yes, Edie.
at social events like this, it is customary to dance with friends or loved ones. Would you dance with me?
It's gonna take a lot more than a polite request to make that happen, Edie. Okay, that's cheating.